Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Pre-Market Live Show. Today is Thursday, May 22nd. The market is not looking bad. It's pretty green, a little bit of not real bright green, but pretty green there. And all information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only. It's not intended as financial advice. Always do your due diligence. How are we this morning? And here we go. Let's just jump into it. There's our heat map this morning. You can see what it looks like. Google's still way up, and they're not looking bad. Our SPY was just up about 90 cents, 94 cents, so that is not looking bad, and we'll see if it makes that curl off right there. This is what I was talking about. It took a nice pullback yesterday, and you still can't tell, but it does look like it's trying to. I mean, look at it. It does look like it's trying to curl, and that's what I've been watching. So we'll go through all them in a moment. First, we'll do our Joey's jumpers and our laptop lowdown. So let's rock and roll and get started this morning. ATCH right here was running up the other day. What was it doing this morning? Let's see if it was running up anymore there. And it looks like it was 25 to 32. It's at 24. What it closed out yesterday, 26. So they do run up and then pull back. KDLY was running up as well, looking pretty good this morning, I'd say. Look at that thing right into the top. Remember, we were saying once they get back into the top right there, they've run 84 to 27.77, and this morning up a little more, up to 28, and it's still at 27.50-ish, and not looking bad. So keep an eye on that as it's in the top. And lottery was up last night. It jumped up in the after hours, I believe, if I remember correctly. I think it was up yesterday, and then this morning 172 to 179, pulling back there a little bit at 157. So there you go at lottery. And Movano move right here. We've looked at this. I remember it was running up there. Let's see what it's up to. It looks like it wants to roll back off. Might have to look at this again for another move because it recently ran up, and it looks like it might be pulling back there to try to get set up. And NVTS right here, NVIDIA Semiconductor, and that looks like it ran up. That's pretty much popping right there. NVTS, it was popping in the after hours, 201 to 650, and then this morning 592 to 657. It's at 520, so that was a popper right there. And STRR right here, Star Equity Holdings. And let's see, this one is popping up, and it does look like it wants to run through that MACD. It did yesterday. It was, whoa, that looks like two different charts right there. I hate when that happens like this, but I'll go with it over here, and we'll see. I guess maybe it'll bounce off. I'm not sure. This one looks like it wants to come curling through, and they look like two different companies to me. I don't know why that happens every once in a while, but it does. And there we are with that. And then this XAGE, we looked at this last night, and I had said, keep an eye on this bad boy. It does look like it wanted to run up some more with some momentum. 334 to 550 yesterday, and 471 to 610. It's at 558 right now. And there you go. And I have to sneeze. Oh, man. Excuse me. I'm telling you, allergy season has been wild. Anyway, excuse me. And there you go with that XAGE. But we were looking at it last night, and it was popping up there. And thank you, Jolie, Asian Jolie, for your Jolie's jumpers right there. And yeah, Google is looking pretty wild, isn't it? Right now, it's just cruising along. And it does look pretty good to cruise up there. And like I said, the SPY and everything, it does look like it wants to roll off, going up a little bit more. And if it does roll up there, we're going to go see it get to its highs. That's what I saw the other day. We just had a little pullback right there. So we'll see if it does it. And yesterday, it just kind of threw me off a little bit. I guess that happens every once in a while. And so, yeah, we'll go through them. First, we'll go through our laptop lowdowns real quick and see what they're up to. Let me hop in over here and see what these are up to. FRGT right here. I know we were just looking at this one as well, FRGT, and it was starting to get set up, and it is starting to curl up. Now, whether it goes through that MACD or not, that doesn't matter, but it should run up to that 50 at least. So you'll get a little run up in it right there for FRGT. And HKPD right here, Hong Kong Pharma. Let's see. It probably is going to roll off right there. It's been getting set up. We've been looking at it. And let's see what it does right here. It's on that 20. And yeah, I would assume that's getting rolled off. We know the pattern, so that's why we follow it. And this ICCT is like in a cannabis one. Oh, no, that was a different one. I'm sorry. This is iCore Connect. That was IMMP, I think I was thinking of, right? No, I don't know what I was thinking of. Something like that's that Cannabis Corp one or something. But anyway, ICCT Icor Connect right here did pull back to that trend line right there. We'll have to see if it holds on that thing. It might. I don't know. It does look like it could be pulling back a little bit more. It does look like that one could come back down. And IMNN right here. This one is way down there. So we're definitely going to have to keep an eye in this one because this one is way down there right there. And let's see what else is going on. INTS right here, Intensity Therapeutics. And this thing, it is starting to curl up a little bit, guys. I'm telling you, we'll have some intensity once it gets rolling. You can see it's already crossed up 20s up there, and we'll try to find that bottom. It could have been that. I don't know, though. It could come down another level. I'll be watching that when I've been keeping an eye on that during the day. And that Kids is up some more and rolling up, so keep an eye on KIDZ because that is not looking bad to try to cruise up some more again. Look at that thing trying to roll off, so you keep an eye on KIDZ right there. NCEW is another one that's been looking pretty decent, curling up right here. So you might want to keep an eye on NCEW. That one does look good right there, and it is cruising up a little bit. So keep an eye on that. And that RBNE, this one is starting to set up to an energy one. So we'll keep an eye on that. SUNE is another energy one way in the basement, guys. Look at this thing way down there. We'll keep an eye on this thing and just see when it's getting ready because that'll be a nice run. And like I was saying, these energy ones are trying to set up. Treasure Global ran the other day. We know that. And I'm sure it did pull back there. And it certainly did. It's way down, but it did run up pretty nice. And X4 right here, let's see what that's doing. X4 right here has been pulling back. And let's see. That could be bottoming out right there for X4. So let's keep an eye on that one. That could be that little curl up looking bottom. So that one could be a decent one right there. XFOR. And there you go with them guys. That's our laptop lowdowns right there, guys. And here we go. Let's take a look and see what else is going on. Let's see what's really popping up here in our top gainers. Let's see that VIGL. That's up at the top right there. That one ran up. I don't even know what that is. Vigil Neuroscience. They had something going on right there. You can see that was a crazy pop up. So I don't know what they have happening. It said they're requiring somebody soon. XAG, we were looking at that last night, popped up. Sint is up. SINT, there's Advanced Auto Parts. This was running as well this morning. I did see that. And that Urban Outfitters, look at that thing back into the 70s. Holy cow, that thing ran up. And KDLY, nice run. KIDZ setting up right there. And ASST, we were just looking at it the other day. Galaxy, that's a newer one, was running around. And so, yeah, LAES, that one doesn't look bad. Let's see what else is going on. We'll go to our SPY, and then I'm just curious, is Logic Mark down a little bit? And I'm not sure what this is up to, but it doesn't look too great right there unless it can curl up today. I mean, it's not in a bad spot, but not one that you're going to want to really waste too much time on anymore. It was set up. It ran up to that 3 cents, thought it would get a little higher, but we'll have to see. And that green lane is just kind of down a little bit at the moment. So another one, these pennies are a little bit crazy right now. And QMCO, that one is up 27 cents, it says. And it does look like it's trying to curl back up right there. So could be a good opportunity. We'll look in. Oh, what did I just hit? The indicators. That RGTI is definitely getting set up. Like I said, that thing's going to roll off as well and get cruising. You can see it right there looking pretty good. And we'll just look real quick at that QUBT right here and see what that's up to. And that one's trying to roll back. It was up in the top, and it looks like it is trying to roll back up there. QBTS right here, D-Wave, that was way up there, and it's still in the top. And then that QMCO we just looked at. QTUM is the Defiance Quantum ETF. It's still on that trend line and looks like it wants to run up. So these quantum ones look like they want to get up a little bit higher, guys. IONQ, this looks like it wants to roll off and go up. And this one never even started yet. ZSPC's been way down here, so we'll have to keep an eye and see when that gets ready, because that'll be a good opportunity. Look at it at 6. It was all the way up at the 20s not long ago, last month. So there you go. I know it's a fairly new one, so we will be keeping an eye on them as well. Let's go ahead and look at our SPY and our big caps right here. There is our SPY up $1.29, and it looks like it does want to curl off. I mean, I can't promise you, but has that look like it's trying to, a weird look right there. It's opened, and it's at the same area right now, but it's coming in for that landing to come off and go up. I mean, it's just flat right there, but it could easily cruise. And again, we're keeping an eye on it today just to see what is going on, because that one is crazy and the market is a little bit wild on these looks. Apple's up a little bit, and let's see if it gets rolled off here. It's hitting that MACD pretty hard, and I figured it would be today. Had to be doing something there, so we'll see if it can get that landing and roll right off of there. The 20 seems to be coming down, so it's going to have to pop up there and get cruising. So we'll see what Apple can do. Again, it was on watch, so today we'll probably be able to really tell what it wants to do right there. And Amazon looks like it's kind of rolling up there and going a little better. It's coming down pretty hard, but doesn't look so bad today. And Google, we know, is running up. Maybe it can carry the rest of the market with it. And Meta right here was trying to roll back up this morning, so that does not look bad. And Microsoft, that could come down. It's up a little bit here, but it's way in the top, guys. So that could be topped out around there. So just be careful with Microsoft, because it is way up there. And video right here, if I spelled it right, NVDA, and that one's over the trend line, came out of the top, but it does look like it's trying to get curled back up right there as great support. So they don't look bad. They look like I basically thought they might today, but now we got to see if they'll definitely roll up. And there's Tesla right there trying to get cruising as well. So there you go with all the Mag 7s, and like I said, they don't look bad. Google's definitely stealing thunder from Apple right there. And I have to agree. And like I said, I wasn't looking at it for long term. I was just looking at it to get that bounce offer right there, and it missed it. So that was that one right there. And yeah, Google is just cruising along. Their AI or whatever is crazy, and it does look like it wants to run up a little bit higher right there. So keep your eye on Google. As you can see, it doesn't look bad, but again, these things just have that weird look where they can go either which way really quick. So I don't know. It's a little strange right there. AMC right here is up a penny, and it does look like it's trying to stair step its way up a little bit right there. GameStop's up a little bit, has that trend line there. It was almost pulling back yesterday on coming down through the MACD, as you can see. Now we'll crawl back up, and they get this nice little run in that I was looking at. They look like they want to, and at the same time they look like they can pull back. It's bizarre. Chewy could pull back, but again, look at it, it's still on the top. That could be healthy, and it runs up to that 46 area, and then that's where the top is up there. So there's and then Netflix is about to hit that 2000 or 1200. I keep saying 2000, 1200 mark right there. It got over it yesterday. I know that, but it looks like it wants to keep going up there. So it looks like it wants to cruise up into the top some more. And then AVGO this morning, they are down a little bit, but they look like they want to try to get back into the top. Look at them hitting hitting the MACD right there, and it could easily curl up and go back up. So we could have caught that like couple days, 2 days, 3 days right there, where they were kind of just pulling back at the moment and getting set up to roll up here. So that's what you're looking at. MU doesn't look too bad to try to roll back up right there. And TSM is another one that doesn't look too bad. So again, they did run up, and they could go right to their all-time highs again. I mean, it's kind of bizarre, but look at them. They look like they want to roll up. And like I said, it does look like there's some gas left in the tank for these. So I'm not exactly sure what's happening here. We'll try to figure it out as today goes on and see if we get that look where it really wants to roll off there. So see SMCI right here is up a little bit, and you can see it's doing the same thing, wants to try to stop and pull up. And let's see what else is going on. AMD, that's up a little bit. QCOM, that's also up a little. That looks like it wants to curl up. Intel, that one is up as well a little bit today. Doesn't look that great, but it could get rolling off of there. PayPal right there looks like it wants to try to get rolling off. Snow went crazy. Looked good, and I guess that's why it looked good, because look at that, and look at that roll off. Came out of the basement and popped up there. So you did see that with Snow. Dell's trying to go up a little bit higher, still in the top. And like I said, they stopped in the top for a reason. So I'm not sure why, but they definitely did, and usually they want to stay in there. PLTR staying in that channel, trying to roll up. So we'll see. It did crawl down yesterday, and so yeah, look at that. PLTR crawled down. Maybe it was just trying to make some room so it could really take off. And Netflix is a no-brainer. What do you expect the public to do with their Optimus robots? Yeah, right. Are doing all their chores in the house in 2026 and 27. They'll be streaming entertainment. You're not kidding. I'm telling you, robots are right around the corner, guys. It's crazy what's going on. And Sophie right here isn't looking too bad. So see if that can get crawled back up. Mara and Riot, they're looking pretty good today. We thought they were looking good. Bitcoin is at like 110,000. I mean, it's crazy. We'll go through it right next. Yeah, 110,720. It was at 111. Solana's at 177. Ethereum's at 2650. So that looks real good. Mara, let's see. Look at this. Mara looks like it has that some resistance up there, but it is crawling up to try to hit it. And Clean Spark was looking good, guys, and it is up right there, and it was looking pretty good last night. We did say that, and there you go with Clean Spark. So I would say that one's a good one. And let's take a look at Coinbase right here. And that is rolling back up into the top. And look at that. That is trying to crawl right back up there, and it doesn't look bad. So Coinbase not looking bad right there. A little bit of pullback, but doesn't look bad. 265, 266. It's at 265 right now. And yeah, it doesn't look bad between last night. It was running around today. It looks like it's trying to crawl back up there. Robinhood right here is up a little bit, and that looks like it's trying to crawl back into the top as well. So yeah, that's what they look like right now. DJT, let's see, that is up a little bit, and let's see what Fund's doing. That's just kind of hanging out. Let's see if it went. That took that dip yesterday down to the MACD. Is it going to bounce back off? That's the question right there. Oh, it could easily roll right off that 20 right there and get crazy. So yeah, they have an interesting look for sure. And let's see what else is going on here with crypto. I'll look at it real quick. Like I said, Bitcoin's at 110 and Solana's at 177. Let's see. H bar is at 20 cents now, and Chainlink's at 16.49, and Ripple's at 241, and Cardano's at 79 right there. So, yep, there we go. Them prices are right there, and here we go. It is nice and easy now with this. And let's see, they are in the top. Like I said, you just got to be careful, guys. These things are going to be topped out clearly, and you're going to have some pullback, but they made some nice bases. So maybe they pull back and they don't dip too hard because them 20s came up to save them. And that was exactly what you wanted to see. So Solana's right in that channel right there. Ripple's looking pretty good, though. Ripple looks like it wants to get ripping again. Doge wasn't looking bad either. Look at Doge trying to get running up there a little bit more. So, yeah, they're not looking bad. Chainlink wasn't looking bad. It has the 50 up here, get run up. And so, yeah, I would say that that crypto is looking pretty good. I didn't even look at ETF this morning. As a matter of fact, I forgot to. So let's see what it's doing. Maybe it's moving along here. Let's see. It was at a 4.2. What's it at now? Come on. Oh, it's at 4 now. Yeah, this thing's better get moving real soon. I mean, it is making a nice base at 4. And the last base it tried to make, I mean, it was a little bit higher. It obviously came down, but the last base was like right below this. So it could be making that base. If it starts to swing up, it'll be in good shape. So we'll see if ETF is making that base right here at that 4 and actually gets crawled up the right way. Then it will be fine and it'll get rolling in the right direction. And like I said, alt season, you can probably tell, is going to be cruising. Yeah, and the Trump coin's moving, that's for sure. 1549, they've been pumping that thing. And so yeah, that thing is moving along. So yeah, ETF has to get cruising or it's going to be in trouble, because they're going to start getting moving. Like I said, it looks like alt season is getting fired up here. So we'll obviously be watching it for sure. And let's see what else is going on. We did our SPY big caps crypto right there, and the market doesn't look too bad. So we'll see if we have that roll off that I was looking at. And again, yesterday was just a good pullback day right there. So let's see what else is happening. Laptop Travel is trading at XAGE, but it was a slow day. And the bomb news from yesterday was pretty wild right there. It was all about that. House passes Trump's big, beautiful tax bill by a single vote. So that's a big deal right there. And Dow futures waiver, Bitcoin extends its rally. And this investor banks on Munger's advice to ride out volatility in markets and Tesla. And hammer comes down, whatever that means. And the stock futures are a little changed after a big sell off on the deficit. So there you go. And there's our BTOG, and that one is looking really good right there. I do like that one. As a matter of fact, we've been watching it, and it looks like it was trying to spike up there this morning. So there you go with that BTOG and a bit origin. It is not looking bad. Let's see what it looks like right here. It does look like it's trying to get set up to roll off. So I would keep an eye on that one right there. ATCH we've been looking at, and then MVTS is up. Then these guys we've already looked at. PLRZ way down there. We'll keep an eye. And CNA, that was trying to get set up the other day. Laptop Travel, what's that one doing now? And it was kind of pulling back, and it is trying to set up. This one might be a good one to take a look at right now. Excuse me, that NCNA. So yeah, keep an eye on that. That's hitting that MACD right there, not looking too bad. And that HCTI, that one might get set up as well. We've been looking at it, so we'll keep an eye on that. TAOP, that one looks like it's trying to get curled up too, so we will keep an eye on that. MLGO's up some more right there. That one had looked really good. And like I said, the canopy growth is up, and the cannabis stocks are looking really good. There's our logic mark, and that is not looking so great down there. It's in the basement. We'll see if it can do something right there. Like I said, it's just kind of running flat and has a weird look right there. It doesn't. If it could just get moving up to this 20, it would get rocking and rolling. And I don't know what the heck it's waiting for. To be completely honest, I really don't, because it should have already been moving. But there you go. It did run up to that 3 cents. And let's see what else is going on over here. Let's see that XAGE. That was a good one from last night. And let's take a look and see what else is happening right here. That Movano, like I said, that looks like it's trying to get set up. And this guy, SGN, is Signing Day Sports. We've looked at it before. It does like the run, and it's not looking bad right there. So we can keep an eye on that. SGN. It was running up. It, like I said, that one doesn't look bad right there. SGN, and they do like the run. There's that STRR and Silos way down there, just kind of hanging out there. So that's that. And let's see if I missed anything else over here. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. A whole lot of crypto. CRWV is that CoreWeave is still running up, guys. We looked at this thing the other day, like way down here, and it's still going. So this thing has been crazy right there. And let's see, was this Sunrun? Yeah, Sunrun right here took a big run down, and it was topped out there, and it's a nice dip. So I don't know what happened, but it did dip down. We looked at this one not long ago, IREN. It was right around here, and it's gotten to the top right there. So that one doesn't look bad. And Advanced Auto Parts, well, that's Apple, but Advanced Auto Parts right here, and that one popped up. Look at that bad boy. Remember, we were looking at this down here somewhere, and there you go. Advanced Auto Parts, AAP. That one did get cruising today, and that looks pretty good, I must say. And let's see what else. HIMS is coming down, and that was run up pretty well. So you can see that one dipping. We'll see if it wants to roll back up right there. And that Galaxy, like I said, is trying to run back up. It's a brand new one. You couldn't really tell what the heck it wants to do, but it ran up from yesterday a little bit, it looks like. So there you go with them. And what else did we miss right here? We did our big caps, our SPY laptop travel lowdowns, the laptop lowdowns, and our Jolie's jumpers, our and everything else. I think we just kind of cruised right through the market. Let me see if you guys are looking at anything over here, and I'll see what's going on. NVTS, that one was running around, huh? That did pop up there, that's for sure. And it is in the top, so keep an eye on that because that could continue to run right there. And let's see in the Golden Dome right there. So yeah, just keep an eye out for them. And let's see what else is going on over here. Let me see if I see anything. And Google right there is running like a monster. Let's just take a look at our SPY again, see what we're doing. And it is up 62 cents. It actually came down a little bit because it was up over $1 at one point. And I mean, it just has that look like you can't even tell what the hell it wants to do. And it does appear like it wants to roll off there. It's just sitting there flat. I don't know. It's just that's what it looks like at the moment. CNA right here, they just recently split the other day, and that one does appear to be trying to curl up. That doesn't look bad right there, Barbara. So I would say CNA is not looking bad to try to curl up right there. That could be that bottom for a nice little run up. And again, I don't expect it to get through the MACD, but it will try to run up a little bit. You can see it trying to there. And we'll keep an eye on that, see if it can get moving a little bit more today. And let's see what gold's doing. That's down a little bit. Barrick Gold right there. And JNUG down a little bit as well. So they look like they might be hitting that MACD and pulling back a hair. ASST, that one was up $1. We were looking at it. Look at that one. That one's trying to run up into the top and catch some momentum. And PSQH right here, that one's just kind of hanging out flat, but that was not looking bad. PSQH, yeah, that one doesn't look bad right there. And what was it that I just saw pop up? What was it NVNI? NVNI, let's see what that's doing. That was not looking bad last night. I remember taking a look at this one. Let me see right here. NVNI right there. And yeah, that's not looking bad to try to roll off as well. So keep an eye on that. You see that 20 right there. I think we looked at it last night and it does look pretty good. So keep an eye on NVNI. That is curling up right there. And what is Indo doing? That was running up, just kind of hanging out. You keep an eye on that. UNH coming back down. Like I said, I didn't think it was ready to run. See, it's bouncing off that MACD downwards. And let's see. OpenAI said Wednesday they are acquiring Jony, Ivis's artificial intelligence devices startup IO for about $6.4 billion. He's the designer of the iPhone. Oh well, I was going to say I don't even know who that is, but there you go. Laptop travel, no. And that's pretty interesting for sure. And RVYL right here. Let's see what that's doing. It's just trying to move. It looks like it was trying to run up. Let me get a better look at it. RVYL. And that was today. It looks like it was running around pretty good. 80 to 91, back to 67. See if it can still curl back up. It doesn't look bad. I could just see something was going on. And it was already running around this morning. So, Laptop Travel said that's a lotto play today, so keep an eye on that one. And let's see ATCH. Let's see that one we just saw on the scanner. Let's see what it looks like right here. It is up 4 cents, trying to run up. It's hitting that 20 though. I don't know if it'll keep running through it. Yeah, I'm not so sure it'll run through that 20 right there, David. So we'll keep an eye, but it did run up to 25 to 32. And we'll see. I mean, it does look like it's trying to get set up. I just don't know if it's going to continue to run up hard today. We'll have to look at that one. And this AREC, let's look at that filtrate. I told you that one's going to pull back a little bit. You could see it right there. And there you go. It did pull back yesterday. See that? And I think you're going to continue to pull back a little bit here to get set up. So I do think you do have a little bit of pullback there, filtrate on that AREC. And that up there was a beauty when you called that the pop up there. We'll look at it and see when it gets ready, but it's not ready just yet. And you could see that one was pulling back. And that's what the heat map looks like. And again, Microsoft is way up there. And I'm not sure if it's going to stay in the top and roll off. And we'll have to look at Apple and see if that wants to roll off. Let's see. It's hitting that MACD. It did pull back pretty good yesterday. I'm not going to lie. So it never got held up onto that 20. And it almost looks like it's going to come down, is what Apple almost looks like at the moment. Let's see what our SPY looks like. It's only up 49 cents. And it doesn't even look, I mean, it could go either way. It depends how these things start moving. You can see if they start getting crazy, it'll curl up. But if not, it's coming through and it's going down, and then you're going to see that eminent dip that I've been talking about. And then as crypto's ripping up there, that may pull back too, because that's been at the top, and Bitcoin's at like 110,000 over. It was at 111, and it's just absolutely insane. So I told you crypto was looking good before, and Bitcoin was at 84 at the time. And yeah, look at this canopy growth right here. This thing's running up. I just told you this thing was looking good. And the cannabis sector, look at that, getting into the top. I don't know what the hell's going on, but there's something's going on here. I know that. MSOS, it is in a good spot right there, guys. We'll be keeping an eye on this MSOS. I would have to say I would definitely be watching that one. So there you go, with a couple good ones right there. Let me see. Did I miss anything? I think I got everything right there. And it is a pretty decent Thursday after some pullback yesterday. And we'll see what's going on with the market. Like I said, it's not too bad. And we'll see if it can stay there. What was going on? Luis Rodriguez ain't even on. Oh yeah, it's right here. Duh. I knew there was two things happening. The initial, the jobs, was it the jobs today or something? I forget what the hell. Initial claims, continuing claims. I think that's the jobs. And then the global U.S. manufacturing PMI. That's today, this morning as well. So I knew you had two things going on this morning, and then tomorrow's the new home sales. And so yeah, we'll keep an eye on that stuff as it opens up in an hour. See if that's what it almost looks like it's waiting for, guys. So it looks like it's waiting for that 8:30 time frame to see what the jobs claims is going to do, or whatever's happening in these reports. And then it's either going to roll off or come back down. At the moment, it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't look perfect, I'll tell you that. But it can roll off. So I'll keep my eye on it. And like I said, they've been a little tricky right there. Let me see what Holo that was trying to move this morning. Let's see. It is curling back up. I know it was up a little bit more this morning. At least I thought it was 607, 608, and it came back down to 596. So it was up in the sixes. I thought it was, but it did pull back yesterday, and we'll see if that one can get lined up here, because it did just come back into the basement real quick, and it did look like it was trying to set up there. So we'll keep an eye on Holo. And that KIDZ was running up there. That looked like it was good to try to roll off. What's that? Oh, that's probably it is moving a little bit. It's pulling back right there. It was right in that spot where you couldn't really tell when LRHC is pulling back. So we'll have to see how much that's going to pull back. Yeah, that could roll off, but it was setting up to look pretty good there. And that CLBR was running up yesterday in that new channel. Looks like it wants to curl up even higher right there. That thing's pretty crazy. What's OCGN doing? That's just a little bit flat right there. That PTPI, that was pulling back yesterday. I know that. And the Austin Gold was looking pretty good, but none of them are moving. MLGO, that's up some more right there. That was looking pretty good. VOR, this thing was looking pretty good as well. And that thing looks like it's trying to get moving a little bit. It did jump up some, so it was up a little yesterday. And it does look pretty good. So there you go for VOR. Not sure if it'll cross through. Yeah, that MLGO definitely looks good right there, Barber, for sure. We liked that the other day, and it was looking good. So that one curled up and starting to set up even better right there. TNMG, what was this doing? Down a little bit right there, more or less flat. BNZI, I don't know what that's up to. It's just kind of sitting right there this morning, not doing anything, but was looking good last night. So there you go. I would say that's some good ones right there. And what's that BTCT doing? That should try to get moving right here, guys. I'm surprised it's pulled back that hard. It hit that MACD pretty hard right there. And it looks like it wants to try to go back up again. I don't know. That one's pretty crazy right there, BTCT. I'm telling you, these are crazy looks right here. So it isn't the easiest market, that's for sure. Let's look at the VIX right here. And yeah, it's not real crazy at the moment, that's for sure. And it's hitting that 20, and it does look like in MACD, it looks like it wants to pull back. Maybe they just sit flat today. And again, maybe they're just waiting for that jobs report. It doesn't look perfect, but it doesn't look bad. They could easily curl off. You could tell they're waiting for something. Let's put it that way. So we'll see what it's going to do at 8:30. We'll keep an eye on it. I'll keep you guys posted. And I would say that's a pretty good pre-market review right there. And MLGO is looking pretty good right now. So there you go. I think we went through everything, and crypto is getting cruising, that's for sure. But just watch out. It's going to be in the it is in the top. And I don't think it's going to pull back that much. Like I had said before, it even gotten to 100,000. I said Bitcoin looks like it's about to make that 100,000. That base at 100,000, it was still in the 90s, and now it's up there and it's cruising around at 110,000. So I would say we were pretty on point with that. And like I said, it was a little pullback yesterday. They didn't get cruising right there right at lunchtime. They did just fall back down. So I'll keep an eye on it today, and we'll be able to get it better under control, I think. So we'll know, I think, at 8:30 exactly what it's going to be doing for when it opens up here. It looks like we'll be able to tell anyway. It's just sitting there. It's up, but it's just pulling back a little bit. It can easily curl right back up. It's just basically flat right now, like Laptop Travel was saying, and it is definitely waiting for something. And then tomorrow goes into a 3-day. Well, tomorrow's the market's open, but then a 3-day weekend with Memorial Day weekend. So it is a little bit weird how the charts are set up right now going into that holiday weekend. But I'll keep you guys posted, and we'll see what's going to happen here. We'll be picking out some poppers. You just don't want to jump into them too soon because, like I said, that's why Apple was on watch. You just couldn't tell. You wanted to make sure it was getting rolling, and that's why we stay patient with certain ones. And the other ones, they're curling up and they're going to run. They're going to run. But certain ones you got to keep on watch. And they had the ability, and Google did get cruising there. So there you go. And Laptop Travel said he's been sleeping on cash over the weekend. So there you go. I agree 100%. Keep cash in your account for how it's going to open up on Tuesday. Because like I said, we'll figure out what it's going to do. But these things are getting into the top anyway. And there's a imminent pullback. I can promise you that. It's just a matter of how much it's going to pull back there. So there you go, everybody. And all information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. I will be updating you guys, and of course, I'll be on the Discord, and we'll see what's going on today. And obviously, I think around 8:30, we'll be able to tell it is a little green, but it's not exactly perfect. And the SPY just came down a little bit, but it's not bad. And like I said, it's just leaving it at a spot where it's basically been a coin flip all week. So hopefully we can tell after these job reports, and you can really see, does it want to curl up and continue? If it curls up here, it's going to continue into that top and run up there. And if not, it's coming back down. So that's what we're looking at, and that's why we're being patient about it and just trying to nail the market like we usually do. So thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. Follow along on YouTube and X as usual. I'll keep you guys posted, and we will nail the market and see what's going on and hit all the poppers. So enjoy your Thursday, everybody. Trade smart, lock in those profits. Goodbye, good luck, see you later, and have a great day, everybody.